Hello, this is Sophie. Welcome back to my channel. I do weekly channel on about low waste living. And currently I am pregnant, so you see a lot of low waste pregnancy videos. The past two videos, week 27 and week 28, is up. If you want to go rewatch it, it's on my channel, it's on the video list. So today I'm gonna read down my notes here, so excuse me if I'm gonna look down. So for the past 2 weeks, after the GTT test, which is the glucose test that you have when you're about 26 to 28 weeks in Australia pregnant. So I had the test at 26-week pregnant, could be 24, between 24 and 28 weeks pregnant. I'll find that out for you. So I had it at when I was 28 weeks pregnant. And I didn't know what the glucose test involved. I should have done more research about it, but I didn't, considering this is my first pregnancy as well. And this pregnancy, just have been going with the flow with it. And I'm learning a lot, which is good, which is awesome. So the glucose test you take is 2 hours here in Australia. It's 2 hours test that you do. So you fast overnight, and it's recommended to do in the morning. You fast for about 10 hours or 12 hours according to my midwife. So I fast for 12 hours and I went to the doctor straight away at 8 o'clock as they're open in the morning, and I done the glucose test just to find out I had to be there for 2 hours. And I was really disappointed because I was fast already for 12 hours, and extra 2 hours, that means 14 hours, and it's not recommended to fast for more than 12 hours during pregnancy. And so I was really scared about that. There's something wrong with the baby, going to be wrong with the baby. You can have water, but nothing else during that fast for 12 hours. So all up was 14 hours. And so I got hungry too, and it was a hot day, and due to COVID-19 we can't stay at the clinic, so I had to walk a little bit to my car and wait. So the 2 hours test involve taking your fasting blood sugar first thing, and then they give you a sugary drink to drink, and after an hour you come back, they take another blood test, and another 2 hours you come back and they take your final blood test. And during the blood test, the glucose test, I also had to do my follow-up on my iron to see if my iron's up to level 2. So I actually took 4 blood tests that day. I felt okay after the sugar drink. I know a lot of people online said the sugar drink is terrible. It wasn't too bad at all. I just scull it, just get over, done with, and be on the way. So I done the test, and I felt a little bit hot in the car, so the doctor said just one down the window in the car, which I had done. And then so I done the test, and the following week I had my appointment with my midwife, and it was actually on a Wednesday the 9th, which was my birthday as well. And so I got the blood test back about my glucose test, and just to find out that the result came free. So the fasting blood result came out good, and the after 1 hour result came out good, and after the 2 hour result came above the recommended guidelines. So I became diagnosed with Gestational Diabetes Australia, which is very hard to pronounce it, so mispronouncing it. So it's a diabetes that occur when you're pregnant. So I just wrote down my notes. So I wasn't going to make a video on this because it's a sensitive topic, and I didn't know how to deal with it too, but I already told my mum about it, and surprisingly enough, my mum really understands about it. She understands, oh, you must have got it because of the, because of the baby, in which she means the placenta and things like that, and she's really understanding, and I love my mum. She's always been understanding, so, but my mum knows, so, and I want to share the information with you guys online about it, especially about it in Australia, because when I research it online, most of the information is about America, gestational diabetes, and so yeah, so it confused me more, especially on YouTube. It was all about American, and the way they do it is a bit different to Australia too. Where Australians are a bit more strict, so I thought that I would put out a video about it, how my experience with it has been. So my advice would be to not do a lot of research online, because you just get overwhelmed just with anything related to pregnancy or anything related to health issues. To do research online, you just gonna get overwhelmed with all the information, because the information, like here for example, the information was American based, and Australian guidelines are different to American guidelines. So my advice would be to speak to your professional local health advisor, such as your doctor or the hospital. So what is gestational diabetes? So according to Australia, this is a temporary diabetes that you occur during pregnancy, and according to Diabetes Australia, 1 in 7 women get gestational diabetes. And so according to Alex explained it to me, because he's better with numbers, 15 out of 100 women has gestational diabetes. Also a disclaimer here, I'm no medical expert. This is my personal experience and my understanding of it. So I'm not going to use any medical terms, because I'm not good with medical terms too. I'm not going to go through it with you. But I will link a link below to Australian Diabetes Association, and they have good short 5 minutes videos. I think about 6 of them that goes through the stages, what it means, will the baby gets it, which the baby most likely won't, and the diet, food recommendation, things like that. So the link that I will link below, if you're in Australia, definitely go to Australian Diabetes Association website, because they have the most updated information and guidelines. So after watching the videos on the Australian Diabetes Association website, and also talking to the nurse from the hospital, I felt so much better. I felt more confident about dealing with the diabetes during pregnancy. At first, when I found out it was on my birthday, I was holding it together pretty well, but then at night I just had to let it go, and it was very surprising too, because so far during the pregnancy I haven't been really emotional. I've been calm, but I was lucky enough to have Alex there to support me and to comfort me while I was down. I just had to let it all out. I keep blaming myself, but Alex is saying that, no, don't blame yourself. And he knew straight away, because he learned it at school. There was 3 different types of diabetes, and one of them the pregnancy diabetes, and he said it was common. I love that kid. I love Alex so much. He's so understanding. So I was really blaming myself for, like, how could this happen? But then over time, speaking with the professionals about it, and having Alex's opinion, having my mum's support as well, really reassured me that it's okay. Yeah, because so far, sorry, I'm just reading for a minute. So going back on track about the diabetes that you get while you're pregnant, my pregnancy hormones has been really active. That's why at the start of my pregnancy my thyroid played up, and I had to go free follow-up visit to the doctors, which include 3 blood tests over a 2 months period to see if my thyroid would go back on track. And eventually it went back on track because my pregnancy hormone had lowered, and so that means that my thyroid has gone back to normal. So looking back at the development of gestational diabetes, and it occurs because of the pregnancy hormone in your placenta, it makes sense that I was going to develop it. So because going to my family history, no one had diabetes. We live a very healthy lifestyle diet wise, which mainly include plant-based diet, so it was not really to do with the diet as well. It was just my pregnancy hormones. So, and it happens, it's common, 1 in 7 women in Australia has it. Just to know, it can happen to healthy people, so it was just a big shock to me, but it happens. And I come to terms with it, and now I'm better understanding of it. Having the education through professional health people, advice and support has really helped as well. Yeah, and the other feeling I got was feeling really guilty that I had done wrong, and I feel guilty that I had done something wrong with the development of the baby girl in my stomach. That's why I just became so emotional, but you just have to let it go. If you feel emotional, let your partner know, don't hide it, just let it go. So now I have a better understanding about the type of diabetes I have now, and knowing that it's common, I don't beat myself up about it, and I'm working on my diet more, because it's being pregnant, it's good to be mindful and aware of your diet, because it's not just you're looking after, it's also your baby. So yeah, I think my issue was also because due to COVID, I have been home more often. My portion control has been out of control for eating. So because I feel because in my first pregnancy I feel I had to feed the baby, but knowing now that during this gestational diabetes diet and recommendation from the dietitian, having 6 meals a day that include 3 main meals, 3 small main meals and snacks throughout the day, makes more sense. So, and cutting back on your carbohydrate and things like that, which you can get more information on Australian Diabetes Associated website. Don't take my words for it, because maybe I'm not explaining it properly because I'm no medical expert about it. Yes, but I just want to take different touch on the different testing versus Australia, and with Australian testing and New Zealand testing. So Australian testing is more strict compared to New Zealand testing. New Zealand testing has similar testing compared to America testing. So when I got my result back, I was just 1 above, the third one I was 1 above, and above the recommended health guideline. And I was in denial at first. I was like, I'm above 1, why I had to be on this diet, because I didn't want to accept it. But over time I just realized, this is such a good thing, because now I can control I can check up my blood sugar, and I could see, okay, this carb, what I eat, I ate too much bread or I ate too much rice, it's affecting my blood sugar. And I'm exercising more now too. Exercising will definitely help to reduce your pregnancy diabetes. It has made a difference. Like I've been a week and a half of doing more low impact exercise, which include increasing my heartbeat, because I was doing yoga, I was stretching, I was walking the dogs and things like that, but that wasn't really increasing my heartbeat. And but now I have noticed a difference. I have noticed like my swelling is not as much. I also, my weight is on the regular, like consistent for 2 weeks now. I haven't been up or down, because I noticed that I was putting on a lot of weight, and I was like, what's going on, you know, by the time I give birth I'll be like 70, I'll be like 80 kilos more than Alex, you know. So yeah, this diagnosis, it kind of is a blessing in a way, because it's just reminds me to, hey, you have to be aware of your health, be mindful, because you know, you don't need to worry when you're not eating enough for the baby, because you are, you know, because the reason why they like to track your blood sugar is that because if you have too much, it can be a risk factor. Baby can be too big or too small, and especially when planning on home birth, I want everything to be you know, smooth. So yeah, like I said, going back, it's kind of a good thing that I was diagnosed with this, because now I can check up my blood sugar, and you know, my midwife can be more confident, and I can be more confident giving home at birth if that was to happen. Hopefully it will. Yeah, so that's the positive note, and been through exercising as well. And yeah, so I think I've pretty much gone through, just checking my notes to make sure I gone through everything. Overall, I just wanted to make this video just to let those if you are in the same boat as me right now in Australia, that you're not alone. Please don't blame yourself, because it's not you, it's just a part of being pregnant. It's your pregnancy hormone, and you know, once you have the birth, your placenta will be out as well, that you know, you most likely won't have diabetes as well. You do have to get check up every 2 years to see, because there's a higher increase of you developing type 2 diabetes. But all that information is on the Australian Diabetes Association website, which I recommend to check out if you're in Australia. Just like I said, if you're not in Australia, excuse me, your local health professional will be able to guide you more. Like I said before, don't go online Googling things, because you know, most likely it won't be related to where you are. And another good thing is, we also need to go for another ultrasound to see the baby. So the ultrasound is like a growth development ultrasound. I think, I'm not too sure, I think it will happen around 32 weeks, just to make sure baby girl is going good, and especially having a home birth, it's good that you know, to see her growth. So we will have to go to another ultrasound, and hopefully this time we will get to see her face, because the past 2 ultrasound we been, she's covering her face. She's shy like her dad. Her dad doesn't like cameras, but she's stubborn like me. But so hopefully we get to see her, so that's the positive. So I hope you guys learn, or you know, are interested in this topic, because you know, I'm planning on maybe making a video about like what I eat with pregnancy diabetes. I'm saying pregnancy diabetes because I can't get my tongue around the other word. It's not gastro diabetes, gestational diabetes. I think I got it right. So that's why I just want to make this video, because especially in Australia on YouTube, there's not a lot of YouTubers. I'm going to call myself a YouTuber. I just blog, try to keep it weekly. out there about the topic. If you want to reach out to me, please do so through Instagram. That's the best way. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you're keen on just following through, or if you're keen to know more about, you know, my lifestyle, about being low waste and being pregnant as well. We have a couple of other projects happening around the house too, like a home reno, which will include you know, low waste sustainable living, like including solar panels in the house, because we're renovating my childhood home as well. So after this COVID-19 thing, restriction in Melbourne is a bit more settled, because at the moment we're still in lockdown for a bit. Hopefully we can get the architect to come in and get things moving. We most likely will have the home birth if things do go well at my parents' house, which they live 5 minutes away from the hospital, so if anything do go wrong, baby girl will be safe. And I trust my midwife enough to know that I'm confident that she will look after the both of us. And my parents are really supportive too. Mum's like, oh yeah, definitely home birth because of this COVID-19 business. You know, and she wants to see her granddaughter, you know, her first granddaughter. So that's a couple of other projects we have coming. So I'll definitely try to document it. Yeah, exciting time ahead. So I hope, you know, whoever's watching this, while they're pregnant or is interested in the topic, do find the information useful, especially for you know, learning about pregnancy diabetes in Australia. And yeah, you're not alone. I'm sure there's groups that you can join in through, like Facebook group and things like that. And yeah, I'm still beating myself up about it. I still feel guilty about it, but I just, you know, had to be calm, because the other thing about, you know, your blood sugar is stress related too. So yeah, just calm. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week on the YouTube channel. Bye. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby bump. I'll say 29 weeks. Say, baby bump girl, she's going good. She's going good. Yeah, so there's a baby bump. She's kicking a lot. She's moving a lot. Yeah, she's healthy. The boys are loving her. The boys, I mean the dogs, like Jude will come up and give her hugs in the morning. See you guys in the next video. Bye.